Sing one, Leonard. Hey, Shindig on the green. Welcome to the Shindig, number 4 for the season. Had a little rain the last 2 and the first one, but it's over with tonight. It's going to be clear. We're here for a great evening, and we're going to have a lot of fun. How many of you are newcomers to the Shindig on the green? Raise your hands. That means everybody that didn't raise their hands is an old-timer. Let's give the newcomers a nice round of applause there, old-timers. Thank you for coming, being with us tonight, the Shindig on the green. We'll be here till around 10 o'clock. My name is Richard Hurley. I'm just tickled to be your MC. And we always kick off with the Stony Creek Boys and Rihanna Ramsey. I guess it's really Rihanna Ramsey and the Stony Creek Boys, to be more specific about it. We got a great lineup. We got George Banks over there on the 5-string, Lawrence Stillingham on the guitar, Boyd Black on the old hound dog bass, and of course Rhiannon on the fiddle there. So you're in for a real treat. We're going to ask them to do 3 or 4 numbers for us, and got a great evening. So let's bring on Rhiannon and the Stony Creek Boys.
I don't think it's on. It ain't on. We're on now. Yeah. Down the wildwood, sitting on a log, finger on trigger and eye on a hog. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Oh, let me be your salty dog. I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Alligator Sal, I know you run down sucking and wore out you. I'd let me be your salty dog. Oh, let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man dog. I'd let me be your salty dog. I pulled the trigger and the gun said go. Shot fell over in Mexico. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Oh, let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man dog. Honey, let me be your salty dog. I stand on the corner with a low-down blues, great big hole in the bottom shoe. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Oh, let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man dog. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Oh, let me be your salty dog, or I won't be your man dog. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Thank you. The time has come to say goodbye. I'm asking you to please don't cry. The time to me won't be so long. You know I'll be back at home. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. We'll meet and never more to part. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. Don't cry, so please don't break my heart. Oh, sweetheart, I'm leaving now. Oh, yes, I'll soon be on my way. Each night upon my knees I'll pray. Sweetheart, we'll meet again someday. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. We'll meet and never more to part. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. Don't cry, so please don't break my heart. The time has come to say goodbye. I'm asking you to please don't cry. The time for me won't be so long. You know you're happy back at home. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. We'll meet and never more to part. Now don't forget me, little darling, though I'm growing old and gray. Don't forget those promises you gave me and so. It's been so long there since I've seen you, but my love still lingers on. Don't forget me, little darling, though our love affair seems gone. About the days we courted many years ago. Don't forget those promises you gave me and so. It's so long there since I've seen you, but my love still lingers on. Don't forget me, little darling, though our love affair seems gone. Growing old and gray. Don't forget those promises you told me and said. It's been so long there since I've seen you, but my love still lingers on. Don't forget me, little darling. been so long there since I've seen you, but my love still lingers on the sunny side of the mountain where the rippling waters fall. Thank you. Honey, you don't know my mind. I'm lonesome all the time. Born to lose, drifter that's me. You say I'm sweet and kind, but I can love you 1,000 times. Maybe you don't know my mind today. Heard the music of a rail, slept in every old dirty jail. Yeah, life's too short for you to worry me. When I find that I can't win, I'll be checking out again. Baby, you don't know my mind today. Slept in every old dirty jail. Life's too short for you to worry me. You say I'm sweet and kind, but I can love you 1,000 times. Baby, you don't know my mind today. Yeah, baby, you don't know my mind today.
I'll tell you what, folks, it just doesn't get much better than that. Rihanna and Stony Creek. Let's give them another nice round of applause. Our house band. They've been the house band, Stony Creek has at least, since about 1967, give or take. Rhiannon wasn't here back then. Troy probably wasn't here back then either. But anyway, we're going to be listening to Rhiannon a little bit more here. She said she still had a little bit more strength left in that bowing arm right there. And it's called Rhiannon and the Relics. Now, that's a plural word. However, we only have one relic, and that's a relative term because he's pretty young compared to some of us. But that's Troy Harrison. Troy's been playing the banjo. He's one of the great banjo players right here in our area, Troy Harrison. He's been playing, what'd you tell me, 35 years, 30 years, something like that? How many? 40 years, 40 years. Rhiannon, you've been playing the fiddle for how many years now?
12.
12 years. And she was taught by the legendary Orville Freeman, as many of us know from right here in western North Carolina in Madison County. So I'll hush up. Let's listen to Rhiannon and the Relics. And she's going to be joined by another relic, Roger Howell, on the fiddle midway through her program. Let's put our hands together for them.
Thank y'all very much. Let's do a little bit of Angela in the background. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'd like to say that since Troy is the only relic that showed up tonight, he is now my favorite relic.
Thank y'all. Such an honor. This song is entitled The Big Cabin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's call Roger out.
That'll work. All right. All right. Rhiannon has asked me to come out and play one with her, saw one with her, or make some kind of racket. So we're going to try one called the Squirrel Hunter. Got this one from John Hartford several years ago.
Yeah, Rhiannon and the Relics. Yeah, Roger Howell, of course, he's a fiddler from up Madison County, lives on Banjo Branch. Banjo Branch. And he mentioned John Hartford. How many of you know who John Hartford was? I thought so. Tell you who John Hartford was, if you haven't heard of John Hartford. He wrote a little song that did pretty well back in 1969 called Gentle on My Mind. Classic, classic. Wow. Anyway, John Hartford, I know he came down here at least once or twice and visited with Roger there and played fiddle some with him. And he may have played on the Shindig one time, I'm not really sure. We got, before we get our next group going here, I want to ask a couple of the ladies from the Folk Heritage Committee to come out front here. We got a quilt we're going to raffle off, and you can buy tickets right over here at this table. They're $3 a piece for two for $5. This is a handmade quilt. It was donated to the Shindig on the Green by the local quilting group called the Mountain Jam Circle. It's got 252 quilt blocks made of scraps of cotton fabric, and it's really going to be a collector's item, something you want to pass down to the grandkids and the great-grandkids. So you might want to slip over here and get a half a dozen or so, or 10 or 12 or 20 tickets. We'll be giving it away on the 21st of August, which will be our last Shindig. So it's a great piece of work. Ladies, thank you for showing it off for us there. These ladies are part of the Folk Heritage Committee. The Folk Heritage Committee is a group of volunteers that puts this on every week. All are volunteers. They don't get paid a cent. And I know some of them are sitting down here. I'd like for them to stand up or wave. All the Folk Heritage Committee members over here at the table, behind me, all around, let's give them a nice round of applause for all the great work they do for Shindig on the Green and the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, which I'll talk about just a little bit later on. Stuart is setting up he's got us just about set up here. Just a little small group of, I've never seen this many dulcimers in my life. Is anybody else? I'll tell you what, this is a good looking crew up here. You got an extra one, I'll join in with you. I brought my quill, does that help? Let me tell you a little bit about them. They're called the Asheville Dulcimer Heritage Players, led by Mac and Melanie Johnston. And they're made up of mountain dulcimer players from several groups here in the Asheville area. There's a traditional American instrument, the dulcimer is, from the Appalachian region, and now it's found all over the country and even outside the U.S. of A. And basically, as you can see, it's a three-string folks instrument, which was used a lot with the ballads and fiddle tunes, and it has a Celtic origin to it. So we're just tickled to death to have these folks with us. So let's give them a nice round of applause. This is going to be interesting, folks. Let's give them a nice round.
number 2, and now we're going to play Mississippi Sawyer. 1, 2, 3, 4.
righty. Great job. Let's give another great round of applause. That was good. Dulcimer players, that's one way to kind of get started in our music. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to the parents for keeping the kids on yon side of the fence. Appreciate that very much. While we're getting ready to set up for our next group, I'd remind you that we have the best ice cream in the world over here, to my right, to your left, called the Hop. The Hop ice cream. Fabulous, fabulous ice cream. It's about a half a pint, but it's worth it. And you'll never feel it down here. But anyway, stop in and have a nice bit of that good ice cream while you're at it. I talked last week, right before I did my couple of songs out, I mentioned Mark Pruitt. Mark Pruitt is the banjo player for Balsam Range. Now, you folks are local, know Balsam Range. If you're not from here, Balsam Range is an internationally known bluegrass band. Won all sorts of awards, I mean like big time. And they're local. Mark Pruitt's the banjo player. He cut his teeth on the Shindig on the Green when he was just a little kid. And Mark's up in his, I guess, late 60s now. But anyway, he took a real bad spill out in California, and I talked to him tonight, told him I was going to mention him again tonight to give you all an update. He had broken his wrist and broke a bone in here, and it turned out that he broke a bone in his leg. So he's pretty hobbled up, but he's a trooper. But he got back up on the stage. He fell right after the sound check, before they got ready to go, and he got up on the stage and performed the whole set with just 2 fingers on his left hand. How he did it, I don't know. But Mark Pruitt sends his best regards to everyone and all the kind thoughts and prayers for him. He really appreciates it and wanted me to pass that along to you. My old friend Leonard Hollifield is the guy that's holding that nice little inexpensive guitar. It's really a great guitar. It's made by a guy named Wayne Henderson, if you've ever heard of him. But Lenny, I'm gonna turn things over to you to talk about your group and what you're gonna do. Lenny's late father was Leonard Hollifield, who was the guitar player with the Stony Creek Boys for years and years and years and years. We sure miss Leonard. But this group is called Appalachian Consortium. Let's give a nice round. Appalachian Consortium. Lenny?
Thank you so much. I kind of grew up with this. My father played for many years with the house band, and I grew up with the festival. So, yeah, this is coming home for us. First song we're going to do is, I believe it's a Dolly Parton piece called Wildflowers. Let me see. I think we do it in C.
Oh, the hills were alive with wildflowers, and I was as wild, even wilder than they. For at least I could run. They just died in the sun, and I refused to just wither in place. Just a wild mountain rose, needing freedom to grow. So I ran, fearing not where I'd go. When a flower grows wild, it can always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. And the flowers I knew in the fields where I grew were content to be lost in the crowd. They were commonly close. I had no room to grow, but I wanted so much to branch out. So I uprooted myself from my home ground and left, took my dreams and I took to the road. When a flower grows wild, it can always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. I grew up fast and wild, and I never felt right in a garden so different from me. I just never belonged, I just longed to be gone. So the garden one day set me free. I hitched a ride with the wind, and since he was my friend, I just
Next song we're going to do is, I believe it's an old spiritual. It's called All My Tears, and the full title is All My Tears Be Washed Away. So let's see how it sounds.
When I die, don't cry for me. In my Father's arms I'll be. The wounds this world left on my soul will
Huh?
It's out there. What's the feedback's not out there. It's back here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one of those switches back there, and it's a D. So I got.
Can we just start it?
Go ahead.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. Your beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald blue. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your skin is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep him crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you can easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. And you can have your choice, man, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, Jolene.
Thank you.
I got one word for that. Sweet. I'll tell you what a singer that little lady is. Yeah, I'm always joking with Lenny about that guitar. That guitar is made by a guy named Wayne Henderson, and you folks that are in the acoustic world might know who he is. He's like big time. His instruments are internationally sought after, and it's a great, great guitar. While we're getting our next group up, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening in a couple of weeks from now. We'll be here at the Shindig next week, but the following week is the first weekend in August. Now, for you folks that are new with us tonight, I'll tell you a little bit about the first weekend in August along about sundown. For you folks who wear watches, that means about 7 o'clock. Actually, it's 6:30 this year. But we have the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. It's going to be at UNCA at Lipinski Auditorium. It's the longest running, oldest folk festival in America. That deserves a round of applause. It's been going on since 1928. Started by a guy named Bascom Lamar Lunsford. Now, Mr. Lunsford, this stage is named for Mr. Lunsford. This is called the Lunsford Stage. But it starts on a Thursday night. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Now, we got a little something different on this Saturday night on the 7th. We're going to have the first annual Youth Talent Celebration, which is in conjunction with this 94th edition of the Folk Festival. And it's going to be from 4 to 5 there on the campus at UNCA. It's going to feature students from the Academy of the Arts, the Henderson County Jam Program, admissions free. Then after that, we'll have our regular show, which starts at 6:30. just checking on something there. But anyway, it's a great event, and hope that you'll come out and get tickets for it. If you want more information, just stop over here at our booth where these young ladies and gentlemen are standing there, and we can tell you a little bit more about it. We lost a very, very treasured couple during the COVID situation. Glenn and Evelyn Bannerman left us. Glenn was the MC here for many, many, many years, and we worked a lot together. And when I got to introduce his family dance group, I always referred to him as the patriarch of mountain dance, because he was indeed the patriarch of mountain dance. And I'd like to take the liberty to ask us to just have a little moment of silence, if we could, for the Bannermans. They were special people. Thank you. We have with us tonight Glenn and Evelyn's daughter, and her name is Beth Gunn, and she's going to carry on the tradition, because the tradition was that we had a sit-down dance and then a street dance. So let's make welcome, if we could, Beth Gunn. Beth?
Thank you. It's great to see y'all that braved the thunderstorms, and we're glad you're here. I'm going to get the Stony Creek Boys to strike up a tune. And if y'all got here tonight, you're going to be doing it. You're going to be able to do everything I'm going to ask you to do. So just listen to the music and the calls, and you'll be fine. All right, little music. Well, everybody, clap your hands. And pat your knees. Clap your hands one more time. Clap your hands way up high, as far as they'll reach. Now, while they're up there, reach out to your neighbors and clap your neighbors' hands. That looks so good from here. And your own hands. And your own knees. We're gonna stay seated, and we're gonna just dance a little bit. So just go with me. Join hands with the person next to you. Just join hands and roll your hands around and around. Now I want you just to lean to your right. Don't get out of your chair. Just lean to your right. Other way back. Circle left. Everybody dance into the middle. Just lean forward. And come on back. This time when you lean in, I want to hear a big hoop and a shout. Ready? Go into the middle. Well, that sounded good. Clap your hands one more time. And pat your knees. Pat your neighbor's knees. No, I'm just kidding. Pat your own knees. Now just turn and face somebody, right where you happen to be, and just shake a right hand with that person and tell them howdy. And a left hand with that person. And bow to that partner. Now turn and face somebody else on the other side of you. Same thing, a right hand with your, say howdy. And a left hand. Now this time, clap that person's hands, 2 hands, and your own hands. One more time, join hands, and circle to your right. Everybody, circle right. Other way back, circle left. Now the ladies dance into the middle. Just ladies go forward. And back you go. All the gents dance in. And back you go. Now turn and face somebody and bow to a partner. Bow to somebody else's partner. And give yourselves a big hand. That was great. And a big hand for the band. That was so nice. All right, now you got a chance to do it seated. Now this space right here is for you all to come dance. Even if you don't have a partner, grab a partner, come on the dance floor, big ones, little ones, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. So come on down and join the circle. Yeah, and if you're here, well, let's do a show of hands again. How many of you are here for the first time? Yeah, y'all the ones need to come on down. You'll go home and they won't believe that you did this. So come on over. Yeah, we especially love big ones and little ones getting on the dance floor together. That is what community is all about. All right, now as you come on the dance floor, let's just fill all the way in and make one big circle. There you go. Help your neighbor. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, we got plenty of room. Come on in. I see a few more folks coming. All right. And let's do this. Let's join hands all the way around the circle. So you want to join hands with your partner and the person on the other side of you. Okay? And right up in front of me, if y'all want to pull the circle back this way just a little bit. There you go. Excellent. Excellent. All right, I want everybody just to practice dancing into the middle of the circle. Go. Just like 4 steps. Ready, go. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back you go. Excellent. Face your partner. Face your partner. And bow to your partner. Good. Face the middle. Join hands with just your partner. If your left hand is free, hold it up in the air. If your left hand is available, you're called the lefts. We're going to do, instead of gents and ladies, we're going to do lefts and rights. So left hand person, if your right hand's available, stick it up in the air. You're the rights. All the rights, drop hands with your partner and dance into the middle. Go. Clap your hands. Turn around and come on back. Now your partner on the left, dance in. Turn around and come on back. Excellent. There are only 2 more things you need to know. You know how to swing your partner. So face your partner. Take 2 hands with your partner. Each of you step a little bit to your own left. So your right hip to right hip and walk forward clockwise in a little circle. Go. Swing your partner. There you go. You got it. Now, when we promenade, just use an inside hand promenade, and you're going 2 by 2, and you're going counterclockwise, side by side. Watch over here with Casey and Winnie and Hannah and Kinley, side by side, and they're going to follow. Kinley, promenade your partner. There you go, right in front of your mama. There we go. They didn't know I was going to call on them. Everybody's going to do that. Ready? Go. Promenade. And everybody walks forward, 2 by 2. Excellent job. Good. That's all you need to know. Everything else you're going to be able to do, and we're going to get the band to play us a little tune. And just listen to the caller, and you're going to be fine. So face the middle of the circle. Join hands all the way around the ring. And a little music from the Stony Creek Boys. Well, everybody, clap your hands. Face your partner. Bow to your partner. And swing your partner. Everybody swing. And promenade 2 by 2. Promenade 1 big circle. Yeah, follow the couple, you got it. That looks good. Face the middle. Join hands, 1 big circle. Just turn to your left and walk to your left in time of the music. That circle left. Everybody going left. Other way back, circle right. And face the middle. All the ones on the right-hand side of your partner, dance into the middle. Go. All the rights, dance in. Turn around and come on back. Now the lefts, dance in. And back you go. Get back home and swing your partner. And face the middle. Now listen carefully. I want you and your partner to get with 1 other couple, so you have 4 people together. If you need a couple, move to the middle of the circle and I'll find you somebody. 4 people together. There's one. Here's another one down here. We got it. We got 1 extra couple. That's okay. They'll come to you. Now, these couples in the middle, y'all come back out to the circle. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, here we go. Right here in the purple dress. Y'all come right here with this couple, right here. Come on down. Come on. Get them. There you go. Circle left. Everybody going left. Other way back. Circle right. Now the shortest person shortest person hop in the middle of your own little circle. That's called birdie in the cage. Let me hear all the birdies go. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Circle around that birdie. Now that birdie hop out, and that birdie's partner take their place. That's the old buzzard. All the buzzards go, call, call. Join hands and circle up around that buzzard. Break and swing your partner. Swing your partner. Now just find a new couple anywhere. Find a new couple and circle left with them. If you need a couple, go to the middle of the room. There's one over there. And circle left. Here's one. Oh, here's a couple right over here. Other way back. Circle right. One lady hop in the middle of your circle for a birdie in the cage, or the shortest person, doesn't matter. Circle up. Now that birdie hop out, and that birdie's partner, the old buzzard, hop in. Circle up, you're gone again. Break and swing your partner. Now find a new couple. Find a new couple. And circle left with a new couple. Say howdy to them. And circle left, everybody, going left. Other way back, circle right. Tallest person, hop in the middle. Tallest one for that birdie in the cage. Circle up around the birdie. Now that birdie hop out, and that birdie's partner, the buzzard, hop in. Circle up, you're gone again. Break and swing your partner. Last time, find one more couple to dance with last time round. And circle up with them. There you go. Circle left. Other way back, circle right. Now face the middle of your own little circle. Drop hands. Put your right hand into the middle of your circle. Take the person across from you's hand. Turn a little bit to your left and just walk forward like you're on a merry-go-round. There you go. Right hand star. Y'all are so good. Left hand star back. Go the other direction. And swing your partner. Now everybody take your partner and promenade one big circle, 2 by 2. Promenade. There you go. Follow the couple in front of you. 2 by 2. There you go. Big ones help the little ones. And join hands, one big circle. Spread it out as big as you can, and circle left. Everybody going left. Other way back, circle right. All right, listen carefully. If you're 10 years old or younger, dance into the middle and clap your hands. 10 and younger. And back you go. If you're between 11 and 20, dance in. Any teenagers? There we go. And back you go. Now if you're over 21, dance into the middle. And back you go. Get back home and swing your partner. And everybody just dance to the middle of the circle, nice and easy. Dance into the middle. When you get to the middle, you're going to bow to another couple and thank them for dancing. Bow to another couple and thank them for dancing. And swing your partner 3 times. Go once, go twice, go 3 times, and give yourselves a big hand. And a big hand for the Stony Creek boys. Y'all look great.
Hey, how was that now, huh? Did y'all enjoy that? Isn't that fun? That's great. I can go back and tell everybody at the house that you got to get out there and square dance to the Shindig on the Green, the 55th version. It started in 1967. How many veterans do we have in the crowd here? Veterans, raise your hand. Vets, thank you for your service. Old Navy guy myself, thank you all. Over there to your far corner yon way, there's a booth set up by some of the folks from the Veterans Administration talking about some of their benefits and assistance to veterans. So hope you'll stop in and visit them. And while you're at it, you might as well kind of make the round. And next door, we've got a group from MAHEC, that's the Mountain Area Health Education Center, that's providing COVID shots. And if you haven't had your vaccinations and you're interested, stop in. I told people the other day I feel kind of like a German shepherd when I tell people I've had my shots. Anyway, they're offering them right over here at that booth. And then when you have your vaccination, you can step right next door and get a hop ice cream. And you might as well keep going. Come on over here to our tent and buy a ticket for that quilt. $3 a piece or two for $5. Plus we got some other memorabilia you can take home with you. To my left here, a guy named Roger Hallam, you've already heard from. The guy next to him is a guy named Jerry Sutton. Jerry is one of the Folk Heritage Committee folks, and he's quite a prominent guitar player. He has a son that's kind of well known. His name is Brian Sutton. If you ever heard, have you heard the name Brian Sutton? Yep. And the mom Carol's here. I see Carol right out there. But Brian is like the International Bluegrass Music Association Guitarist of the Year International 10 times. That's how great he is. He too cut his teeth here on the Shindig on the Green stage. So, guys, take it away.
All right. Thank you so much. We're proud to be here for another year. We didn't know if we was going to make it last week, and we didn't. And the week before that, we got rained out. So
We had some Shindig last week.
we're going to hope everything's looking good here tonight. So good to be back, and we're going to try some old fiddle tunes for you here. Does anybody like the fiddle out there? All right. Got Jerry Sutton playing the guitar, so we're going to take off on an old number, one of the oldest, I guess, called Fisher's Hornpipe. Here we go. All right. Oh, give it Jerry Sutton a big hand. All right, little Fisher's Hornpipe there. Now to slow it down a bit, we got several folks want me to play a waltz, so and I like the waltzes, and most people do. So we're going to try an old one here. I think this was originally a Cape Breton tune, and it came down to all places, Texas. So we're going to do the Black Hawk Waltz for the folks here. Yeah. In the gear of F, there, yeah. Here we go. All right. Thank you, folks. We're going to bring out a little young man here that's going to astound y'all. He's a really good little fiddler. Jack Womack. Give him a big hand, folks. So what are we going to play, Jack?
We're going to play Tennessee Waltz.
Tennessee Waltz, and I believe he's got this thing orchestrated in 2 different keys. So this should be interesting. All right, take it away. All right. Jack Womack. Thank you, folks.
All right. How about that, Roger, Jerry? And Jack Womack. Jack said he'd been playing the fiddle since he was a kid. He's in the 9th grade. So coming right along. Well, I wish I'd written that song he just played. It'd be rich, wouldn't it? Now, I did write the Shindig song. Tell you a little bit about that Shindig song. A guy named Josh Goforth. You remember Josh? Y'all were here a couple weeks. Well, last week, I guess it was. Josh was here and played. He's an absolute musical genius. But he played all the records on my album. I mean, all the instruments on my album, except for one song. He played the rhythm guitar, the lead, the fiddle, the banjo, mandolin, and wove it all together. Then I got Mark Pruitt to play the banjo on the Shindig song. But guys like that, they're in the league way up here somewhere. So. This group here, they just became a group here about 3 minutes ago. Loretta Freeman, who's the coordinator, one of the coordinators here for the Shindig, and the chair of our Folk Heritage Committee, she basically kind of went back there in the backstage and said, "Need some pickers, raise your hands." And she just lassoed a bunch of them and said, "Follow me." So they're here. Now, I don't think half of them even know each other, but that's okay. That's okay. They call themselves the Last Resort. I didn't name them that. They named themselves that. But I know there's some familiar faces here I've known over the years, the Shindig, and good musicians here. You know, guys like this that play, and gals that play these fiddles and guitars and banjos and whatnot, they don't need to practice. They just jump in, it's playing a song in the key of G, whatever, and they know it's G, C, and F, whatever. So, or D7. But anyway, they can make it all happen. It's not a problem at all. So, hey, I think, we're about set up and ready. What do you say, guys? Are you ready? Let's welcome. Are you ready? The Last Resort. Put our hands together. The Last Resort.
the trees, the whispering of the laurel by the creek bank, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Now Papa used to talk about the old days when he and Mama first settled there. He talked about the love of the mountains. They're sleeping in peace together there. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. An old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. An old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Yes, my mom and dad are resting there today.
Thank you. Old Home Place. This one's called The Old Home Place, written by the Dillards.
Well, it's been 10 long years since I left my home in the hollow where I was born, where the cool fall nights make the wood smoke rise and the fox hunter blew his horn. I fell in love with a girl from the town. I thought that she would be true. Then I ran away to Charlottesville to work in a sawmill crew. What have they done with the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave the plow in the field and look for a job in the town? Well, the girl ran off with somebody else. The terrorists took my pay. And now I stand where the old home stood before they took it away. Now the geese fly south and the wind grows cold as I stand here and hang my head. I lost my love, I lost my home, and now I wish that I was dead. What have I done to the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave the plow in the field and look for a job in the town? What have they done with the old home place? Why did they tear it down? And why did I leave Yes, why did I leave the plow in the field and look for a job in the town? Thank you. Going to feature our fiddlers here.
Yeah, once one of y'all pick it up. Here's, actually, you kick it and we'll split it.
Do all this harmony, kick it, we'll pick up the speed.
Thank you.
All righty, Last Resort. I got a new name for them. Last Resort First Class. Tell you what, that was a great job, guys. The quilt to my left, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but we wanted the ladies to bring it back out. The Weaverville Quilting Guild put this together for us, and we're going to be doing a raffle, $3 a ticket or 2 for $5 right over here at this booth. And it's handmade, and it will be an heirloom one of these days if you win this this beautiful quilt. All handmade. Took a long time to make it, and they donated it to us, and we certainly appreciate it as part of our fundraising efforts because we rely a lot on tickets from the Shindig or from the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and such, and some money we can make off selling raffle tickets. So hope you'll step over here to this table and pick up a bunch of them. We're going to be giving it away on the 21st of August, which will be our Saturday night, be our last show of the season here for the Shindig on the Green. And gosh, we just got a lot of good things going on. Everybody enjoying the evening and having a good time? Good. Rain's gone away, and the fire truck has just come out one time. And for you folks that are new with us tonight, that fire truck comes out at least once or twice. I'm used to it, except it's always off key. It's never on key. What can you say? To my left, this group was here a couple of years ago with us, and we're so glad to have them back. They hail from down around the Jacksonville, Florida area, and they call themselves Cabin Fever. It's a family group. And I see they got a fan club out there that's going to help bring them on. Let's make welcome to the Shindig stage, Cabin Fever.
Thank you all so much. We are a family band with 3 generations represented, my dad and my niece here, and there are sometimes more of us. It kind of ebbs and flows. We're going to do one more song. That was the St. Anne's Reel, and now we're going to do I Saw the Light, and please sing along if you know the words. I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a savior in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no troubles inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I stumbled along. Worries and fears I claim for my own. Then like the blind man whom God gave back his sight, praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I was a fool to wander and stray. Straight is the gate and narrow the way. Now I have traded the wrong for the right. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Come on, you guys. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrows inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
All righty, a little bluegrass cabin fever. Great old Hank Williams tune to kind of wrap things up with. I Saw the Light. What a great song that was. Anything Hank Williams wrote, man, it was fabulous when you think about it. A lot of times when I do one of my shows and I'll do a Hank Williams tune, man, people just love Hank Williams music. It's all. What can you say? The guy was an absolute genius. We have some sponsors. As I mentioned before, we get some of our funding from selling tickets to the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and such. But I'd like to mention a few of our sponsors before our next group comes on here. Allen's Jewelry and Pawn and Finkelstein's are both our joint headlining sponsors. Others are Bill Hanson, Town Hardware, Mosaic Realty, RichardHurleyMusic.com, Pax Tavern, Dr. Tim Gillespie, Buncombe County Government. And appreciate if you'll patronize our sponsors. We certainly appreciate them being there for us. The lady in the middle there with that nice-looking guitar is, I probably have to call her a celebrity because she's played Merle Fest. She's got a radio show on WNCW, which is down Spindale area down there. It's from 3 to 6, I think you said, on Sundays. 3 to 6, and it's called, the name of your show is
This Old Porch.
This Old Porch, right.
Tomorrow, 3 to 6.
Right. So it's a great show if you haven't had time to tune it in. Bob Gregory here to my immediate left on the 5-string there. Bob's been picking that thing for many, many years. And Chase Arden is on the old hound dog bass over there. So let's make them welcome, if we could. Let's make welcome Carol Rifkin and friends.
Cameras, play it out there. I am so happy to be here tonight. Y'all having a good time? Yeah. So I like people to sing with me, and on this song, on the chorus, I'm going to say, oh, those hills, and I need y'all to do, you'll get it when I come to that, those beautiful hills, those beautiful hills. And this is a great topic. That's all I'm going to say. In the North Carolina mountains, we have clear and flowing fountains. In every little hill, there is a still. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Here we go. Oh, those hills, those beautiful hills. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. That policeman Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Oh, those hills, those beautiful hills, those beautiful hills, those beautiful hills. I can't hear you. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Folks went crazy on the election. Roosevelt's not elected. And every little hill there is a still. Since Hoover's been elected, moonshine will not be protected. And there's moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Oh, those hills, those beautiful hills. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Bob Gregory on banjo. And Chase on bass over there. In North Carolina mountains, we have clear and flowing fountains. On every little hill there is a still. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. Here's your part. Oh, those hills, those beautiful hills. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. There's bright lights on Broadway, sunshine down in Dixie. We have moonshine in the North Carolina hills. That was fast. So when I was a little girl, my dad always sang to me, and I think all dads sing this to their daughters, and so you have to sing this one with me too. I can only ever remember the first verse, so we can all do the second one together, but hope you all sing this with me. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I woke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only do the same. And if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Let's do that a cappella. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Thank you so much for doing that. It sounded great up here.
righty, Carol Rifkin and friends there. An old Jimmy Davis song, Governor of Louisiana. That very popular, You Are My Sunshine. All righty. While our guys getting set up here, we've had a little running joke. You know, the first shindig, we were able to have the whole performance. The second shindig, 2 weeks ago, Stony Creek did their thing, and they said, Richard, do you mind kicking it off? And I came out and did my 2 little songs. At the very end of my second song, I was doing the chorus, and I looked out here and I saw all these umbrellas go up. I said, not a good sign. Well, it rained out, and nobody else got to play. So hey, Richard, you know, something wrong here. Last week, came out, did my couple of songs. I was the second act, I think. Well, son of a gun, same thing. Came out. All of a sudden, just as I'm finishing, there comes the rain again. They said, you can't come back. So I came back anyway, parked my truck back here about 10 after 6, and I walked up here on the stage, and you know what happened? A gully washer. They said, you're definitely not coming back next week, so I may not see you again. Anyway, we had a little fun with that. To my left, a guy named Robert Reeves here on this guitar right next to me. A guy named Jack Dillon on the other side. These guys, I've known these guys for a long time. They are professionals. They're absolutely fabulous. When they sing together, they're great musicians, great singers, and you're going to be really impressed when you hear Robert Reeves and Jack Dillon. Let's put our hands together for them.
Thank you, Richard. We'll slip you a little something here in a minute. We're going to do an old Louvin Brothers song, a duet, called How's the World Treating You? I've had nothing but sorrow since you said we were through. There's no hope for tomorrow. How's the world treating you? Got no plans for next Sunday. Got no plans for today. All my plans have been shattered. How's the world treating you? Now we'll try that again. Got no plans for next Sunday. Got no plans for today. Every day is Blue Monday. Every day you're away. Though our pathways have parted, to your memory I'm true. Guess I'll stay broken hearted. How's the world treating you? Do you wonder about me like I'm hoping you do? Are you lonesome without me? Have you found someone new? Are you burning and yearning? Do you ever get blue? Do you think of returning? How's the world treating you? Do you think of returning? How's the world treating you? Thank you, thank you. This next song we're going to sing, I'm not sure who wrote it, but the Osborne Brothers had a big hit on it. Can't remember the name of it now. Making Plans. You say tomorrow you're going. It's so hard for me to believe. I'm making plans for the heartaches, 'cause you're making plans to leave. You're making plans to forget me. I'm making plans to miss you. I'm getting ready to grieve. I'm making plans to be lonesome, 'cause you're making plans to leave. The tears for me will be falling like a tree shedding its leaves. I'm making plans for the teardrops, 'cause you're making plans to leave. You're making plans to forget me. I'm making plans to miss you. I'm getting ready to grieve. I'm making plans to be lonesome, 'cause you're making plans to leave. 'Cause you're making plans to leave. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, how's that for harmony, huh? All right, Robert Reeves and Jack Dillon. Wonderful. You know, one of the reasons the Shindig show goes so well is because we got good folks here working on the sound system and setting up the mics and all that. And we need a real big shout out for Acoustic Sound Productions. That's Stuart Reinhardt and Cliff Burleson. Let's give them a nice round. Stuart and Cliff, thank you so much, guys, for being right here, Johnny, on the spot and having all the mics set up, and they keep the dead stage down to a minimum, which we certainly appreciate. We, gosh, it's hard to believe it's getting close to 9 o'clock. We still got a long ways to go. I just met this gentleman to my left, just met him a few minutes ago, and his name is Lyle Rickards, and he has, as you heard a little bit of bass playing here earlier from Chase Arden, but we got talking to Lyle. He's a busker. He's a professional musician, goes around and plays various festivals and plays all over. He has been the state of North Carolina dulcimer champion. Now that's kind of saying a lot. When you think about all the dulcimer players out there, that's pretty heavy to be the North Carolina State dulcimer champion. We got talking a bit about music and what it's all about from his perspective, and he enjoys playing a lot of what you're going to be hearing tonight. And as I say, he travels all over, making a living being a professional busker. So we're just tickled to death to have him here on the stage and having Chase there to help back him up a little bit on that big hound dog bass. So let's put our hands together for them. They call themselves the Toad Lickers. Toad Lickers.
We just made that name up 20 minutes before we got on stage. How's everybody doing? Well, we're going to do a bunch of waltzes, but we're running out of time. This is Lost Indian. Thanks. That was a waltz, but I just had a whole bunch of Red Bull. If you're all from Asheville, I'm one of the buskers here in town. You usually see me full-time in front of the Mass General Store.
How about we give him another?
What?
Give him another.
Let's do Waterbound. Little intro. Let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all right, we're professionals. Waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, and can't get home back to North Carolina. Don't let it go, gonna run away, don't let it go, gonna run away, don't get it go, gonna run away back to North Carolina. Waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, I can't get home, waterbound, and I can't get home back to North Carolina. But tell that girl you want for, tell that girl you want for, tell that girl you want for back to North Carolina. Waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, can't get home back to North Carolina. Who's been here since I've been gone? Pretty little girl, red dress on. I'm gonna marry that pretty little girl. Woo-hoo, that pretty little girl. Well, that pretty little girl. Waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, can't get home, waterbound, can't get home. Back to North Carolina. Thank you all very much. Have a good evening. Thank you, Asheville. Thank you, Lunsford.
Hey, good job, guys. Boy, that young man can walk that bass, can he? He's a bass player, that boy is. Yeah, he's something else. Yeah, George Banks and I were sitting there listening to that, and George said, listen to that kid play that bass, man. He's something else. But you know, that's the way it is around here. We have kids that start out as just little children, learn how to play, and their granddaddy taught them, or whatever, goes up generations back. Just like I was talking about Brian Sutton a little bit earlier. Well, Brian's daddy, Jerry, that you heard, of course, Jerry learned from his dad. Grover Sutton was a great fiddle player here for years and years and played the Shindig, the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, and a lot of the events. So it's one of those things kind of gets carried down generation to generation. This group to my left, they've been here over the years, and they're certainly crowd pleasers. They call themselves the Carolina Chickpeas. Carolina Chickpeas. Donna Cavanaugh is on the fiddle. Maxine Herring is on the guitar. And Karen Koenig is on the 5-string banjo there. And I think we're just about perfectly, almost ready to get them to break loose there and play a little music for us, because these ladies know how to make those instruments talk. So let's put our hands together for the Carolina Chickpeas.
Hello, glad you came out tonight. We're going to play a few old-time tunes for you. The first one is called Tippin' Back the Corn. Thank you. Are we okay? No? Okay, the next tune we're going to play is called Little Billy Wilson. Thank you so much.
Carolina chickpeas. How about that? Well, that's about as good as it gets when it comes old-timey music. And I'm sure most of you have been around long enough to have heard so many of these bands, and most of you, I'm sure, know the difference between old-timey and bluegrass. Of course, Stony Creek's kind of bluegrass, but I'll tell you what, these ladies, what you just heard, that was right on the money for old-timey picking. We, again, would remind you the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival 2 weeks from this weekend, the 5th, 6th, and 7th of August at UNCA Lipinski Auditorium, 6:30 each night. And you can go to folkheritage.org. That's our website. Go to folkheritage.org, and you can see all sorts of information about the Shindig and about the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, all the information about the various entertainers, the performers that will be there. We got a real loaded night each night. We've got just a tremendous group of musicians and dancers and singers, and they're all by invitation only. So you're going to be hearing the cream of the crop when you hear the folks at the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. As Bascom used to say, the first weekend in August, along about sundown. That's when it all happened. Well, they told me that this backstage, they said, now this next group, just introduced them as Fiddle Frenzy. So I think you kind of get the drift. We got a few fiddle players up here and a few backup musicians to kind of help them out there. But they're going to play for us a little while, and then we'll probably be hearing again from Stony Creek boys. They'll be wandering back up. But, you know, I was backstage, I was reminiscing a little bit about the old folk festivals. I guess the first one I went to was probably 1962 or thereabouts. I was a young guy, and we used to go to the folk festival. It used to be at what's now the Thomas Wolfe Auditorium. It used to be the old city auditorium, and I can remember it vividly. Mr. Lunsford would stand there in his white suit, and he was the MC for the evening and bring the kids on, let them play and whatnot. Then when it was over, we would go over to Westgate Shopping Center, which was the first shopping center in this area in West North Carolina. A bunch of us would be just kind of like backstage here. People just gather around and pick and sing, and we just jam all night until about 5 o'clock in the morning. They ran us off to have morning church, drive-in church. So that's a little history from back in about 62. Hey, it's time for y'all to play Me to Hush. Fiddle Frenzy. Let's bring them on, folks. Fiddle Frenzy.
Okay. All right, we're going to do one tune here for y'all. It's an old-timey one. An old-timer used to be played by the old folks. Now, us old folks is playing it. Called Sweet Bunch of Daisies. Here we go. Gary Sutton. All right. Let's do a waltz for everybody here. And this is a pretty one called the Margaret's Waltz. This is a Shetland Island tune, by the way. Here we go. Joe Trimble, folks. Carol Rifkin. Thank you. Appreciate it, folks.
That's something you don't always get to hear is triple fiddles right there. And, of course, Jerry Sutton's great guitar work there on the rhythm was just, man, that was just beautiful. Roger's got some CDs for sale, and I think some of our other artists may have some also over here at our table. And don't forget, we got the Chances on the Quilt, $3 or 2 for $5. And we'll be drawing for that on the 21st. We've got next week a Shindig. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival the next week. Then the 14th will be the next Saturday after that, then close out on the 21st. We're going to call on Stony Creek to come up and kind of wrap us up here tonight. We certainly appreciate all you folks coming out, and you folks from out of town. We're so glad you came. We welcome you here to Asheville, and let's locals give those visitors a nice round, and come back and see us. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor next time, and have a good time here at the Shindig on the Green. The price is definitely right. So, again, 55th anniversary, started in 1967. So hard to believe it's been that long. Been a lot of talent come across this stage. I mentioned Brian Sutton earlier, and David Holt, 4-time Grammy Award winner, toured with Doc Watson for 14 years. David played here. Mark Pruitt. A lot of the great ones have come through this stage. Josh Goforth, many, many more. Darren Nichols and all those guys, Balsam Range, have come through here one time or another. Plus many of the great talents, not to mention this great set of talent right here to my left, called the Stony Creek Boys and Rhiannon Ramsey. So they're going to wrap us up, and I think it's going to be probably a waltz, which is kind of a traditional wrap-up. You can come down here and dance if you'd like. Been a pleasure being your MC tonight, and hope to see you the next week sometime down the stream there. So, guys, take it away and close us out. Thank you and good night. Drive carefully.